Good evening. The group seated before you is the Mortimer Jordan High School Symphonic Band. We're so excited that you're here for our spring concert. Tonight we're going to feature 3 tunes. These were not on our MPA program. These are just pieces that we added in addition. And normally, it's kind of like Mr. Bullard came out and did Alarm. We like to just play the first one and kind of get it out of the way and then kind of explain. But this one is a little different, and I've never done one like this in high school before. So this is pretty cool. But we're actually going to get to feature a solo player on this one. And this tune is called Paceline. If you are an avid cyclist, you know that normally you have, your pace line that you run in a cycle race, right? So you are constantly making sure that you're on pace. It normally starts off slow and steady, and then it slowly speeds up. You'll kind of hear those motifs in the beginning, and then we have kind of our pseudo-cyclist, aka Ephraim, and then you'll hear that throughout the piece. So it is for solo trombone and concert band, and if you didn't already know, Ephraim was our All-State. He was in the White Band, which is the top 2 band. It's the second band, and he was first chair euphonium in that group. So we decided that we'd give him a shot and take a crack at playing something a little more difficult with us. So this one is called Paceline. Also, a quick reminder, please don't use flash photography during all this. I know that seems silly to you, but it does distract the performers. We already had a couple of them say, hey, can you tell them not to do that? And that is a good reminder. So please, do not use flash photography during this performance. Thanks. I know he's tired and I am too, and I know everybody else is. That's a very, very difficult tune. It's very repetitive. It can get very monotonous. The other thing I wanted to mention, that is a young composer from Alabama. That is Tyler Grant. He actually went to school with myself and Mr. Bullard for, I think, a year, and then he transferred to UAB. Then he transferred to the University of Alabama, which is where Ephraim will be going in the fall. So it's a pretty full circle moment there. So that's pretty cool. We love featuring Alabama composers from the camp, and that was one of them. I tuned Vamp to give percussion time because they've got to switch and change and all that. Our next piece is called Into the Raging River. It is a tone poem for symphonic band. You're probably like, what's a tone poem? If you're here, I believe 2 years ago was my first year here. We did a piece called And the Antelope Play. It's very similar in the sense that as you listen to it, you can kind of picture a story in your mind. This one is very, very similar. It's exactly what it sounds like. You'll hear at the beginning, we start off, and it's a nice, I think, like a peaceful morning sunrise. And if you've ever been whitewater rafting and you go on those rapids that are like the 1 or the 2s, and you're like, ooh, that was fun. And then you're like me and you go on like the 5 and the 6, and you fall out of the boat and you're never going again. So that's the middle part of the piece. That's the actual Raging River part. And then we triumphantly make it out of the Raging River, and you'll hear that at the end, and it's like, ooh, we made it. So that is the tone poem. It's Into the Raging River by Stephen Reinecke. very much. They did a great job on that. That is not an easy piece, and especially when, we have separate classes so that we can do percussion ensemble, things like that. So this was one of the very few times we got to kind of put it all together, so to speak. So that was, I'm sweating. I think I closed my rings, but I don't even have a watch on, so I'm doing counting. That's how bad it is. Anyway, so in wrapping up tonight, it feels like we just started, but before we do this last tune, I do want to take a second and honor the class of 2024. We've been doing that all day today on Awards Day, but I just want to take this time. If you were a senior in the class of 2024, would you please stand at this time and be recognized? Seniors, from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say I appreciate you. You guys have done so much for this program, coming in and doing a 70s show when I first got here, and the progression that you all have made, and so many of you are going on into the music field, and even if it is just a hobby for you, I'm just so thankful for you, thankful for your time in this program, and I'm forever indebted to you. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. Hey, just for, giggles, if you had a music scholarship, if you're one of those seniors and you received any type of music scholarship, would you please stand at this time as well? Be that for band or choral. It doesn't matter. Again, I remember a long, long time ago, and I was not supposed to be a band director. I was supposed to be in a lab somewhere pipetting stuff. If you ever go Google my name, you'll see an unfortunate bowl cut the kids have. It's terrifying. But I left high school band and went to pursue a degree in biology, and then after about a year and a half of realizing that I was bored doing this all day, I went, and because I was doing band already, I had such a community, and it led to a pretty awesome career. So no matter what you do, please encourage your students and your kids that, music can take you places that you never thought it could. And it took a kid that, was doing science fair to doing band directing full time. So please stick with it, and it's always good for the soul and always good for a hobby. All right, last tune that we have tonight. We went to Disney this year and got to go to Disney World and march down Main Street, USA in the Magic Kingdom, and we thought we would play something and bring a little Disney back with us. This is a Disney Spectacular.